Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We are in the final stages of actually getting all of this built. We now have asphalt and concrete unlocked, available in this area at least. So that can get started and they will help speeding through some of the progression here. I think we need some buses helps. Just a temporary construction office, probably in Bath. I think that's what our first town is called. To get more people in here because workers are really the bottleneck of everything that's going on. But everything else is technically moving now. It looks like even the fuel distribution hub could be turned on. So all of those things are cool, but the city is still not done yet. So we have to build that. We have to probably plan a couple things around utilities there because I don't know that I have everything done yet. And then we can start looking into what's next. As you can see, we have some friends now doing things. So the concrete plant and the asphalt plant are both turned on. We have some bitumen here. We have some cement here. I have a feeling that the cement that we have available is not going to be sufficient for what we want to produce. I probably have to add a second truck there. Honestly, I should do that right now. Otherwise, we're just asking to run out of stuff. The other thing is we have a small Dixie car running through here. The problem with that guy is you will probably never keep us full enough to make the things happen that we need to have happen. So let's update those. First, I need a dry bulk tank. Thank you. 3.5, 5, and this one. That's the one that we're going to get. And that's fine. You could say, Joe, why don't you, for the workers, for the buses that you want to bus in, why aren't you just building the bus station of death, which is just having two bus stations next to each other that continuously send workers in between? I don't like it. It does have a slightly negative effect. It does have a slightly negative effect because if people never get picked up, they get really cranky and they will consume a lot more materials next time they go to the store. So that is not perfect. But they're just, I don't know, it feels very gamey. I think we're not that far away that we can actually have normal workers come out here as well. Plus, just having two bus stops next to each other sometimes has the effect of by the time when a bus gets here, they're just leaving. Because they only have 1 hour, and for a vehicle to get from here to here, you know, government work and all that, is going to take enough time where that's just not going to get done. So yeah, probably can't do that. Also, you clicked away one of the buttons that you wanted to actually click on. So let's go to our friend down here, talk to you, and send you on your way. Line spacing. We will enable that here just to have a better frequency of some workers being there sometime. I know they will slow down to 35. It's not ideal, but it will be okay. Over here, we're actually out of bricks, and that is something I just turned on with one of our wagons. The bricks are probably going to be required for some of the bridges that we're trying to build. There you go, 15 tons of bricks, otherwise nothing can be built here. This one, yeah, this one is assigned, but no bricks in sight. So that is being imported into the rear construction site now as well. All of that is good. Okay, so it looks like I did add waste. Cool. I do know that we have water already hooked up to everything. Also cool. It looks like most of our, or all of our, this one's a little scary, all of our footpaths and roads are actually completed, so we can add the last finishing touches, if you will, to the area. And by finishing touches, I am not going to ignore the buses, because I do want them. This guy hasn't been constructed yet, but that's okay. I do want buses because we do have a bunch of people sitting here. Oh, this is good. We actually have a car just waiting there for production and a little bit of booze sitting here, which means our vehicle actually has left and is exporting that. All of those are good things. But having a construction office here, grabbing a couple of our workers, which are still not maxed out, I just really... I'm torn. I am very torn. We should have enough workers in this city to handle what we need. 66% workers. We have the 2,000 that I wanted. I'm assuming I did something like 1,500 people or so. And the city is pretty much full. We have a little bit more room here, but do not stretch this too thin. Oh, by the way, our police station is now finally able to handle everything that we want. Looks like we're only getting up to 20 workers in here anyways. Let's just reduce that number to something more reasonable. I have taken the workers out of this. I should probably use those cars for something else, but I haven't yet. And now this one is starting to overflow just a little bit, so let's increase that number. And we have more friends in jail. Okay, interesting. At least they have everything that they need. Government loyalty goes down by criminality. This is the one that we actually want to reduce. The sentences that I have set here are all 2 clicks down from what the default is. So although I think 8 years is too high, something like this should probably be fine. Even for serious crime, they may come back a couple times, but then over time, they should be taken care of just fine. Okay, yes, you want more workers here, but if you continuously slough them over to... Yeah, this should be fine. Maybe we should do this. Okay, I would like you to go to these 3 first, and then wherever else you feel like going. Other buildings, you get the runt of the litter, and maybe that should help keep these guys producing, because that's our money. That's all the money we're getting right now. So not having these be full all the time is actually hurting our productivity and our functionality. So that's not good. This number has gone down significantly, so I'm just going to increase this by 10 extra workers and hope that that will be okay. I'm seeing this. I looked at my stats earlier. This shouldn't be surprising, but we have made a little bit of money with hazardous waste, negative 35,000 for 526 tons, which is not nothing. Don't know why we have a second page, but that is not nothing. However, chemicals is our killer right now. That has taken 1/3 of our starter capital. That's not nothing. So there's that. And of course, clothes has made us that money back as well. But we do... This is actually pretty nice that we have exported this much of our... no, that's... Hold on. What? Export of resources, Soviet bloc. Something severely is not good. I have a feeling I know what that is. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? You are loading. You're not unloading here. Then you're loading and unloading, loading and unloading, loading and unloading. When did that happen? I hope that was just at the very beginning. Let's see here. This year, did any of this stuff happen? No. So that was just a one-time deal. I think I remember that briefly, or barely, that was indeed a problem, but hopefully that's not going to come back and haunt us for any reasons. I'm going to leave the police stations here. I may need them. I may not. That's all okay. And then I did turn off this university more to save a couple more people. It looks like we have a lot of students sitting outside though, so let's increase this just slightly. Okay, is this one full now? Nope. 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 Still not running at the capacity that I want. That's not ideal, but we're also... It is what it is. We cannot make more workers. How much do we have sitting here? Some. It is not full. And these are mostly going to the bus platform and other buildings. We can increase this just a little bit. I just want to make sure that the other buildings don't get completely ignored. And we'll just see how that goes. That one and this one need some friends. Okay. Oh, I built this. That's right. Construction waste. That is the thing that I want out of these guys. And we have this one done, which we will use right away. Give me 2 just to get started. And this one is really far away from fuel and other things, so I do want to get that one attached to the next task. We are bringing fuel out here. I feel like that's a good thing. There is fuel that I don't want to bring to everyone. I need to find this fuel station. Yes, 100%. You do have to bring it to there. You want to bring it here, but who can I take off? Where's this free gas station? It's at the beginning. There are vehicles that come here, so I don't want to move that. This free gas station, however, will no longer be required once this gas station is there, but it's really just going to replace that assignment, so it's not going to be helpful. Another free gas station all the way out here. That is probably good to... It is this one, right? Yes. We can remove that, because we do have fuel for the farms. already directly delivered, and then everyone else can just get fuel at the real fuel station, which is going to be down here. It will be a little further for this distribution office, but I think I'm okay with that, because then I can tell you to bring some fuel down here. Great. With the fuel that you're going to get, I would like you to go here and load things from there and then unload them here. I know eventually we're going to set this up a different way, but for right now, the technical service will actually take construction waste from here, mostly from here, bring it down to... Actually, bringing it to the right place. Construction waste. There's no reason why you have to go there. You can just go right here, and then you don't have to worry about it. So that may be okay. Yeah, sure. Everything kind of gets dropped off here and in the other places. There's the containers. There's the dump. Nope, the rest looks good. And this one, you can just pick whatever you find here and drop it off in places. Unload construction waste there. I don't care how full or empty that is, so they can do whatever they want to do. And everything else, you can help bring stuff down here. Unload pretty much everything but construction waste. Hazardous waste, no. Plastic waste, sure. Fertilizer, actually bio waste. No, bio waste. If you find bio waste, drop it off here. Yep, I like it. Cool. Smart decisions. Yay. The only problem with this one is it is hard to tell it to pick up the hazardous waste, but I think this one was the one that had the good hazardous waste. I would like you to load hazardous waste from there and bring it here. Okay. It is the way it is. The problem with the distribution office, sometimes they just don't run very optimized. The line is a little better for that, but I also don't want those trucks to sit idle. I already paid for them, so may as well use them. And that should be good. Great. 30,000 in the bank, and you are now in a situation where you can do what? Everything is built. You are most likely connected to the fuel that I wanted you to be connected to. Great. I don't have a fuel tanker that I can bring down here. Not great. But we do have some money that we can use. Guess what? That's great. Oh, new cars, new vehicles. 1.5 or 5 tons, 5 tons, 31, 5 tons, 42, 4 tons, 65. 65, you are my winner. If I can make you red, I will. I do not get red as an option. So green. Just start with 2 of these, and you will start doing more interesting things. By that I mean you unload there, you will unload here, you will handle the construction offices. I know that there's a fuel station literally right there, but the construction offices very much appreciate when you don't do that thing. Which that means we can remove the free construction office from all of these locations because we now have a better way of doing everything. That one's not even assigned to you, but that's okay. You are the one that I wanted. I just wanted to see who's all assigned. Yes, these all have to go away. No. 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 This one looks busy. A little bit busy. You get unassigned, and then are any of these... I probably have to go... Let's see, I have to go here. Are any more assigned? This one gets some bitumen from you. That is okay. This fuel station does not require you any longer. That looks good, and those guys are happy, and now I have reduced the workload just a little bit for that guy, which is helpful. We're already at 11 buildings. Yeah. So that guy's going to be busy. Very, very busy. Very, very often. This fuel station is mostly for the trucks that drive here. The quarries are for not getting stuck in traffic for the excavators that will drive there, and this fuel station is for everyone else that hopefully drives out here. Awesome sauce. Now what? I would like to hold construction up here because the city construction is way more important to get done, because that will get us some citizens that will help do the rest of the activities that we need. Yes, of course, you better get put out because you're like one of the most important items in my current city setup. We can't have that. This still looks okay. Religious sympathy. No, these numbers are still good enough. you want to make sure that this ratio does not go past 1 to 2. We have 17 workers here and 29 prisoners. Once you get past a 1 to 2 ratio, there is a chance of much worse outcome in general for your prisoners that effectively become more criminal and less loyal when they come out of prison, which is not really what you want. So keep that in mind. Are you still assigned? You are still assigned, but now I can unassign you because this guy's ready. Good. Research, not done. About the same number of people waiting there. Not great. Traffic jam. What are you doing? You're a concrete truck. You're a concrete truck. You're an asphalt truck. We're not going to get the concrete trucks back unless this thing actually gets taken care of, which then means I have to do this. Ooh, I want to show you something. I didn't know this. I had no idea. If you go to list of vehicles, you can say availability by year, and then you can look, for example, for all the vehicles that you care about. A special one that I want is paver. There are only 2 vanilla pavers, and the first one becomes available 1949. So does that translate to we're not going to do much asphalt work until this is done? Yeah, probably. Sorry. It's just, no, I'm not going to waste as many workers as you need to make that happen on those people. So hope that's all right with people, at least to an extent. Construction Office 5. Who are you? You are concrete trucks. Oh, concrete trucks down here. Okay. Actually, I'm going to use... Here's a trick. Here's a really cool trick. I'm going to use 4 of these guys to come down here. And then, once they're leaving, once they're out, I'm going to tell this one to come back and this one to come back. Everyone else can leave. Epidemic situation. Cool. So we have a little bit of concrete left for repairing things and buildings, etc., etc. But most of our concrete dumpers are actually going to be in our much more interesting township that's out here that doesn't have a real name yet. But we will figure that out. Set these numbers to something useful, and then while you're setting those numbers, do you want to disallow them to find their own construction, or what's your plan? I think that will be the right thing to do. So anyone that is not a road producer, you're going to listen to me. Let's see here. Construction Office Group 4 is this one. Assign more of these. That one is in, and then this one as well. That should be good. Construction Group 5, you're no longer doing the thing that you thought you were doing. We don't need the concrete guys anymore, so this will just become the local road construction office that is also associated with this group. The only thing we need on top of that is that construction office for workers, which I'm just going to use a temporary one. How many workers do you want in here? Technically, I want enough. Practically, I'm probably not going to get that. Also, what's that? Oh, that's just the exit point. It's so annoying that this transformer is not drive-through. It is... you can only go through it from one side, which is kind of sad and annoying, but that's okay. I'm going to put you here, and then hope that I can get this in here. Very good. And then we need some buses. Do we have some free buses somewhere? By free, I really just mean buses that we can start using for whatever we feel like using. Here's some concrete trucks in this office, which definitely don't need to be there. Let's use all of the ones that we have there. Concrete truck, which then means we can get this construction office back. Beautiful. It looked like something exploded here when I clicked that button. That was a little scary. But that's fine. I'll take that road away. This one, road depot is of course empty. This road depot is of course empty. And then this road depot is technically also empty, but it's also often our lifeline to do something useful here. So I don't really want to disassemble that yet. This distribution office will probably move to here because we have some fuel. I cannot make this one take over, but I can build a second one when we have some money. to actually make that happen. These guys are currently not super busy, which is neat. You're only going to pick up fuel from here. There's no fuel there because... Ah, haha! Okay, I forgot something. Let's fix the thing that I forgot. Where is my current train? You should just teleport home. Why aren't you doing the thing that I told people that you would do last time? So hard to find good personnel here. I would like you to come here. This is where you're going anyways. I think the only wagon that we can build on this side is a cement wagon. There's an electric, there's a train, there's a new hopper. That's cool, but none of that's super helpful. Over here, we should be able to at least get a cargo wagon for fuel. The Visma Z. All right. And that's the only one that we can have right now, which is totally sufficient. 17 tons of fuel. I don't know that I need more than that, so this should be fine. Let's talk to this guy, and I would like you to, just for right now, also pick up a wagon. There we go. Pick up a vehicle. When you get to the border, let's ride the train. Woo, it's already here. That just worked out. My hope is that... No, you're already too full. You're a little bit too full. All right, you are a little bit too full. So we have to get rid of one wagon. I don't want to get rid of one wagon. That's not going to happen. So we're just going to send you here. And we're not going to get a second train for this. We're not going to get a rail distribution office because this train can do absolutely everything that we need them to do. I just need it to be separate for a minute. And then we're going to put it back on the line and add fuel to the mix of things that it can actually transport, and that will all be super worth it. Yes. You were trying to find buses, and you didn't find buses yet. So, get some buses. You don't have a ton of money, but the vehicles are relatively cheap still, so that should all still work. And here, I don't want to go super cheap. I'd much rather go fast. This is the fast guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And those buses should give us the capability of what we're going to need next, which means send you there to get your workers. It's really just there to increase the speed at which workers will actually show up out here to do the thing that we want them to do. Everything that we're going to construct will take more time, money out of pocket pretty much right away. So be aware of that. Do not over-assign things, but you probably want to start with your basics. The basics in this case are going to be utilities, probably a bus station, because we can start dropping off workers at the bus station. Then they can go to buildings as they see being constructed. And let's get a couple more of the short road pieces done, because they will block us quite a bit, and I can concentrate on making the train do the train things. I think I like it. This guy is technically working. There are technically friends coming this way. Where are you? You're full. Where are you? You're also full. Which makes me think line spacing is probably appropriate here, because this is currently empty. You may be able to tell. That is not the thing that we want, and this one just left. You can go 45 kilometers per hour, so that is a slight problem, especially since we don't have asphalt roads running here. So maybe, just maybe, construction... This is not really doing what I wanted it to do. So let's take that one out. Hey, you. And turn some more roads into gravel roads. There's another friend right here, but that one actually seems to work just fine. So let's just start making some gravel. Okay. I would like these gravel roads to most... That bridge is not very important yet. How about we stop worrying about this? Because that's a lot of workers that you're wasting on this thing. Once these workers are gone, I'm going to turn it off. But at that point... Well, you still need 18 tons of asphalt being done here. That's okay. So the steel is gone, and the phase is done, and we don't have asphalt. Turn it off. It's not important enough to be worked on right now. My construction office for gravel and asphalt can handle that, this, and this. I know they're a little further away, but I don't really want these guys to try to handle those things out there. Also, range-wise, they can make it there. It's highlighted in orange? Why? I don't understand. but I'm okay with that. Cool. What else? These are machine replacement in progress. Okay, who's assigned to you? Who's handling that? Reconstruction window. We have these guys. Are you capable of doing all the things that I need you to do? They can't do anything if there's machine replacement in progress because the factory can't work if there are no machines. Makes perfect sense, right? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Where are they? We need steel and electronic component. Do we have electronic components? Capable vehicles? We have this one. Okay, you have mechanical components. You have mechanical components. What are you picking up? More mechanical components to bring to the clothing factory. We need 5.2. Oh, this is already here. I'm just too stupid to read this. So all we need is 2 more trucks of mechanical components, and then we should see some replacements happening there. That sounds good to me. Great. No workers here. Don't really care. Booze is not the main concern or priority, and we should have enough for everyone to be happy. By the way, the person that was doing the Reddit post about only providing alcohol to the citizens showed me that I was wrong. No surprise there. Not really. Your average lifespan has nothing to do with your population increase or decrease. That is technically easy to see in real life, but in this game I'm never sure if that assumption makes sense. But lifespan effectively still goes up. Maybe not as much as it could be if your lifespan was higher, but it still goes up after a short period of equilibrializing where everything evens out. So yeah, providing some more booze is not a terrible thing. And our current alcohol addiction is just 9%, which is also not a terrible thing. So things are kind of in a non-terrible state, which is good besides the criminality rating over here. That's a little high. Okay, let's look at a couple things. We are getting into the too many people in here situation. You had 0%. Okay, I would like to expand this, but I can't. I'm looking at the handcuffs at the bottom. If those all say 0%, that means our effectiveness of treating up 52%. What? What did you do? And that one just got released, apparently. No, there's still a 52% one. There will be some outliers. That is okay. But if the majority of people that goes through prison has 0% written on them, there's a 12%er, 23, 6, 6, 27. There was a 60%, but majority of people that go to prison come out with 0% crime or crime rating. That is what we want to see. So our numbers here are probably good enough. It may even be too high, but 0.2 I think is too little. This one can reduce a little bit more because these are also workers that we would like to use. Great. You almost done with this? Probably. There's an interchange. All of these guys are moving and doing and grooving their thing. That sounds great. And then you forgot about the train. You only have 5.9 tons of material left in there, which is not great. Which one do you want to use? I think one of the stake cars is fine to take out. There we go. Now let me do that. You should technically be able to load the wagon from here. I don't really want to take it off all of this because why you unpause, because that wagon should be that wagon is important enough that I would like that to just go on here right away. Yes, everything is important. Let's set your advanced setup different. This one does bricks, this one does bricks, this one does boards, and this one does bricks. Nobody does panels. I think I would like more boards on this one. Carry only this. Oh, it's steel. More boards. Okay, that's all I needed. Then you come down here, and hopefully now you can actually fit into this. Pick up the wagon. You did not pick up the wagon. You gots to be kidding me. The thing that I'm worried about is I don't want to have to redo the whole assignment of all the thingies, but I also cannot afford to not let it drop off its food here because, well, how can I? There's 4 tons of food sitting there, and there's 32 tons of food sitting there, so no, this is totally fine. send you home. I just need the locomotive. The locomotive has to pick up the wagon. The wagon has to go into the warehouse. I believe all of the wagons actually keep their advanced setup assignment, which would be lovely, but it still has to happen before I believe it. So we'll give that a second. You come over here. We click on this button. Then everything needs to go here. This is the part that's really annoying because I hope I'm not losing all of the other things. Then send you again, and hopefully now you will pick up that one wagon that I hope you will get, and then we can put the train back together. How's it going over here? Empty. Great. How's it going over here? 111 tons of gravel waiting for you to be produced. That's not bad. How's it going on this side? We are building rail. That's what you would expect to happen. You are probably getting close, and I want to see when that actually happens. There we go. Hi, pretty steam train. Choo-choo! Gotta enjoy this. We're gonna be in the 30s for a long time. I like everything that's going on right now. Nothing is too fast, nothing is too effective. You still have to think a little bit about what you're gonna do. And that wagon is still not here! Oh. Okay. Okay. I did purchase Vismar Z from right here. Yes, I did. Okay, just making sure I'm not completely crazy. At the customs house, I told you to pick up all of these things. And you're like, eh. That is very, very frustrating. But, alright, at least it looks like... Oh. Oh. Okay, but clicking that button actually ruined everything, so that's great. Go back. I should just go and reload a thing, but no, I'm just going to try to figure out what buttons I have to click to do this thing. I clicked the wrong key. I clicked the vehicle key, not the train key, which is a difference. So the game said, no, screw you, go away. It happens. If you were screaming at the monitor when I was doing that, and that's the reason why stuff wasn't working, you should put a comment down below. I believe you that you did it. I just want to make sure that YouTube believes you as well. So, all of this being constructed, great. Farms. While the train is coming back to the thing where it has to go, let's do something really difficult. What do we say here? Probably 2, this has room for 2 harvesters. Okay, 2 harvesters it is. So how many farms do you get out of this? Ideally, a few. Looks like there's at least 1 big boy. Come on. 1 big one there. 1 big one here, if you don't mind. I actually like this one a lot. So that's for the 2 harvesters that will go there. There is no rule that says I can't have a big field here, but... This is not super far away and kind of follows the contours of everything else that we have going on, so I like that. And then another one? Yes, another one. Beautiful. I'm actually very happy how all of these fit in. Do you have to gravel any of this stuff? That ones are already connected. You would connect right in there. Now we have 4. There's probably not that much more room. In terms of other fields that we can place here, and I don't want to get too far away from all of this. So the only other fields that I will allow is maybe 2 more medium fields for the rest of what we have left over here. It should be okay. I like it. There you go. They're kind of merged together there, but that's okay. Don't worry, we're gonna go find our train in just a second. I just have to make sure that all of these guys are doing what they're supposed to do. And this is fine. This is fine. So this one is a little further distance. This one's also a little bit of a further distance. But since we are planning on doing year-round farming, maybe that will all work out for the better for us. It'll be glorious. Cool. You all can come back to do the thing I want you to do. Yes, I'm splitting this up so it looks more like a cargo train. Now, if I talk to you, you'll be saying, yeah, I know what to do here, pick up everything. To which I would say, no, not everything. Okay, what do you need to get? You need steel from there for sure. You need bricks from there for sure. You probably need boards for right now. You need chemicals. You need food. You don't need booze. You don't need cows. You do need fuel now. You need electronics. You need mechanical. You need electronics. Plastic? Checking. Nope, no plastic was delivered here. No plastic was delivered here. Very good, no plastic. Cool. So I think this is it. You have the right one selected. That's very good. Wait until loaded. Yes. I think that should be good. I think this is all I need. You can go, and then of course there's a thing missing. The rugby warehouse is the first one, then this is the next one, which means to make you not turn around funnily, I do want you to go here and unload fuel, please, and thank you. Do not wait until unloaded. There you go, fuel. And that should fill up the situation, and everyone should get exactly what they needed, and life will be good. We're out of food there, which means this one may run out of food soon, but probably not because most of our food is stored in this warehouse already. Great, awesome sauce. We got some fields placed. Let's see what's next. Well, power. Let's get some power into the city. We have a little bit of power already sitting right here, but that is not going to be all that we need. Construction office 4, if you don't mind doing more of the water infrastructure, I would appreciate that. We do have concrete in the area now, so this shouldn't be that hard. What else? You could start building. None of those are important right now, so do this, please, and thank you. I don't want to unassign rail, though. Let's turn this around. Middle mouse button, if you don't know, lets you turn your stuff a little bit. That's good. Construction office 5, which would be footpaths. This? Why not? You can't get through there. Okay, construction office 4, make that one happen. Thank you. Anything over here that we really need? We could start collecting some bio waste, but that's really not that important. Some of those vehicles are getting done. That is good. Are you mostly having at least one person here? Yes. I would like for the 4 people that we get per run to actually split out evenly between both of these. Otherwise, one may get preferred or not preferred. You could have just done that with the bus stop distribution settings over here, but that, I don't know, maybe I don't trust that. Hey, you don't need fuel, that's fine. Power is what you wanted. Okay, we have a power sitting there and a power sitting here, which means this half of the city is pretty well covered, so all we really need is maybe one more out here. And that covers all the rest of what we have going on. And there's no real big power consumers in the area. So I think we'll be pretty okay with this. We're going to run this. I have no idea. I would like to get back to where we came from. Running with the road is usually what I like to do. Where are you going to go when you go this way? Well, the power line is right there, so we're probably just going to go back up a little bit. Yes, and you hop on, stay on this side. Don't play with a kite in this area, kids. I tried it before, it's not a good idea. And then we just have to double this one up for a little bit. And I think that's the last piece of power that we have. While we're in the area, I think it would make enough sense to plop down a plan for when our coal power plant is actually on to supply us with homegrown power, but also not to turn off the other power right away. What I mean by that, I will show you in just a second. But we have that priority. There you go. We have that priority power switch, high voltage power switch, already sitting by the border. We just have to actually utilize it and stay close to the spaces that we have. But I think this will be easy. So let's get the understanding of how much you actually produce, because that should be the first thing. You can produce 600 megawatts of coal. Nobody knows what that is. The max wattage circuit breaker is 10 megawatts. That's what we have to move. That's all we get from this thing. So high voltage 10 megawatts is all we're gonna run this way. And honestly, yeah, if you wanna stick close to the road that we already have, I wouldn't mind that one bit. Can't go across that trend though. Okay, whoa. Don't hold left control while you do that. That's silly. So, you don't want to go that way. Okay, we have to take a little shortcut to one or the other direction. Yeah, we cannot go... Oh, no. This is fine. When the gondola goes through that, just ignore it. It'll be fine. No electrocution. No electrocution can happen right there. I do not... This is one part of the game that I really don't like. It doesn't let you build things the way that they should be built. But whatever. We are out of the danger zone, so we're just going to start going a little further. I don't want to hang... Wow. Don't do this yet. Why? Because you still need to turn this one around. I've been really considering not turning, like not taking this rail out, and honestly, it's not that important that I have to take it out. Right now, there's just no way to get into this side from the city side. No, there is. You just go here, turn around, pop in there, and then you go here, turn around again, and pop back. That would work. You don't have to have an actual connection here. I like that excuse that I don't need something that I was planning on earlier. So let's just keep going with what we're doing. Pop over here. You can run relatively close to all of this. And then I'm going to see where our current power line is running, which is over there. Got overzealous. I wanted to stay on this side because I still have to figure out how I'm going to add shunting to the game in that location right there. I'll just go up here. I don't know. I don't really have a tough plan or a rough plan for any of this. So let's just fly by the seams of our pants and see what will happen next. We do have to cross this and then go underneath. Why am I going this way? Oh. It's just so that I can actually hook into the one side of the priority that I actually care about, which we are now arriving, and this will be the side that I want to hook into, which means you come out this way, you come over this way, and ideally you would already connect, but you can't have everything all the time. So take that one back, take this one back, and then you should have no problem connecting right there. And now we will be able to turn on our power plant and it will start producing power for us and set the priorities straight. Speaking of priorities straight, this will be the priority. Since it only has 10 megawatts that it actually can produce, I am not concerned about adding a splitter or anything else anywhere in that area. Number one, you will actually be our high priority. You, number two, will be our medium priority. Very good. Cool. You're getting some coal in. Do you have fuel loaded? You do have fuel loaded. You're doing the things that I wanted you to do, and nothing seems to be empty that has a number next to it. Oil. No, oil doesn't matter. Okay. Just making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. There is no fuel here yet, which means this may be the first time that you've completed the circuit. That's not the end of the world. You have completed everything that you were supposed to do, but we still don't have the number of workers that I would like to see working in the places, which must have a lot to do with the workers that we're picking up. Shouldn't be that many, but apparently it's enough where this matters. It feels like there's more people that should be in here though. It's alright. It's alright. They can figure it out. Working range, let's increase this to include... Oh good, it can include the rest of the city over here. That is super helpful because I'm not going to have a repair station set up in the 2K Cambric Culper city anytime soon. Okay, you are not done yet and need one more workday. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, whatever. Cement is here, that's good. We have bitumen here, that is good, and we have some gravel here. All of those are really nice to see. Okay, monuments. Let's place some monuments and let's place some... We have the big one. All right, that's nice. You want it just in the center of town so everyone knows what's up? Kind of. I mean, that's kind of what it's for. Center of town, star monument. You could put it here so you could actually see it when you drive by and hide the warehouse right behind it. This is fine. This looks good enough. Construction office 5. If you don't mind taking that, that'd be great. And all right, I think that's that part. The next part, of course, is kindergartens, which I never place on time, so this shouldn't be a surprise again. 100 or 150 tend to, the ratio is the same, so we're just gonna go with the big one. I feel better if we can do 2. So this one has footpaths to pretty much everything on this side of town, which is good. You do not have access to trash from that location. That is not great. If I turn you around and try to force you in here, then you disagree with everything. Nope, that was a green. There you go. See, it meant to fit there. Everything is perfect. And then the other one just has to go really anywhere else on in the city, and obviously there can't fit. Right here looks like it's actually supposed to be here. I like it. Everyone should have childcare access now, and that is what this was all about. A couple more roads to be done, please. Looks like this one wasn't quite associated with it yet, and then yeah, just more utilities. Okay, let's talk to these guys. What are you actually currently working on? A handful of things. That's fine. Let's increase priority on a couple of these items. Let's check if I have any covered holes. I do have some covered holes. Are you doing something right now? No, not really. Do you have everything assigned that you care about? Prefab panels? No, but everything else? Yes. Do you have buses here? No, you don't have buses. You better not. The cargo station has everything that you could require, and these guys are just moving every once in a while. Also, there's a little piece of dirt road that I didn't really want, but that is okay. Speaking of dirt road, I think all of this could be prettified. Please and thank you. So let's get that one graveled up. And are we at a point where it's just about to start waiting time, or what's your plan? It might be. It might be time for waiting a little bit to get a couple things done, but really all we're doing now is fill in people here, which check-in, get citizens is turned off. Very good. We will need a distribution office that can actually handle this stuff, and it has to be associated with this. You know what you don't have? Meat. You do not have a meat storage for anyone in this area, which is not super duper helpful. When I played... Oh, I want to see something. Can you come back, please? Can you go to, not that one, but this one? Yes. Did I set it to unload whatever you want? Yes, I did. Very good. I do want you to turn around first. I know everything is paused. That's on purpose. And then I would like to reduce a little bit of bricks because they're cheap enough where I can afford it. And then see if you now, because this thing didn't have power at some point, if you now try to unload there, can I get bricks unloaded? Because if I can, I feel pretty confident that I can unload meat from there. And if I can't, which it didn't, I'm not so confident that I can unload that, which means a cargo station at this point would have probably been a good idea because of everything that you see, but it is what it is, so we can't change that. I still need meat in the area, and I'm not going to try to deliver that with trucks. So we have a very small meat storage that needs to be associated here somewhere. Then we need a very small cargo station. This one is very big. This one is smaller, so that's good. But it's a little bit off the beaten path, but we can probably make it work. There's the question of where are you going to place it and what are you going to angle it with. etc., etc. Sadly, this is just going to be an afterthought, and it's going to be very obvious that it's an afterthought, but it's not the end of the world. What I'm thinking is here would be nice. I think we can squeeze everything in the way we want to. The only thing I'm not sure about is if I can get a cargo station right there that can handle most of the city traffic that needs to be handled. Easy. No problem at all. Is this the one that you want? Sure. I don't see a hard reason why not to do that one. Okay. It would be nice. Yeah, I know I'm changing my mind already on all the things. It would be nice if we can double trouble our meat storage here. So if we put you somewhat like this, get you access, and then find the small cargo station again. It is this one. And associate you. I mean, this would be perfect, but with the rail already there, that's not going to happen. And that meat warehouse, we may be able to do something about it. Put you there. Get this as close as we can. T, really close to the rail. Don't want to waste any space, and then there should be enough space to actually put the meat warehouse in a reasonable place right next to it. Something can't see, but now I can see. The road is not auto-connecting. That doesn't mean it's not going to work. Ah! It's too close to a power line? Come on! Ah! This totally should just work, but no, the power line is just in the way for that thing. Okay, let's try that again. Meat storage. We're not going to use forklifts to make this happen. That's just ridiculous. That one has a connection, but that one doesn't. Now, I think we got it. If you zoom in far enough, you can actually get this done. Great. So there's that. What's the problem with this one? Delivering meat to this will require a separate train, which I don't really want. The other option is to push it in back there, which is not going to be super helpful. We cannot really disconnect this rail, which is also not super helpful. So this has to be the rail line that connects this, which if we do that, that train can never turn around. All of those are pretty important things that I did not consider when I just tried to place this. I think the cargo station stays, but everything else goes away. We'll have to put it in the back here for meat storage. It's a separate truck anyways. It's just a little bit of a wasted opportunity to get the things in the way that we wanted them. But I think we'll be okay. So let's find another place for the small cargo station. It will be somewhere closer to back here. Can even assign it to that one. I could, I don't want to. So if we put you there, put the meat storage right next door. T, actually, this is now a meat storage. It does not require anything but power. I was almost considering, I didn't, to give it its own loading unloading station, but I don't think that is necessary. And the cargo road can just hook right into there, and this one can be a dirt road that hooks right into here. Then we can get our rail that hooks into this, and now we have more than enough room to get the connections that we want. If really necessary, this one can get an extra entrance on this side. It could even get a through line if we wanted to. I don't think that I like that, but you could get on here from two directions now. No, this is off, not on. This will be on. You sure? Yeah. Everything turns around and gets on here and then leaves. Maybe that's okay. There are options here to add rail. I don't know what I want to do with rail yet. I did see that we had power right there. That's great. So let's just get this all associated and then talk about a distribution office for the city, which will be just a small one. I don't think there's any reason to go much bigger than like, there's barely any reason why you need a large distribution office in normal locations, simply because of what they actually have to do and accomplish to get you what you want. Meat is not one of those things that is required very often, so I'm okay with getting this small distribution office right here. It has power. That's great. I can fuel it from wherever I feel like it. That's a good enough reason to put it right there. Hey, bus station's done. Cool. How's our money? How's our people? How's everyone else? This number has gone down. That is a good thing. This number has gone down. That's a good thing. This number, ooh, it's actually having an effect now. Great. So we got our citizens overview. We were at 4 and 5% earlier, and now we're going in the right direction. I love seeing that. I don't think there's a reason to have this many people there anymore. So that is nice. We're actually going to reduce the number of workers here. 3? Sure, 3 and 6 sounds great. So there's still... Actually, no. There's really no reason to run this. Running a small police station takes workers, and it's not as effective or efficient as a large police station, so everyone can just concentrate on it right here. Let's check that number just to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do. Everyone is happy. Everyone mostly gets clothes. I don't know what your problem with clothes is, but there is more than enough clothing available for you. So that's a you problem, not a me problem. We're producing barely anything here. It feels so weird. We're continuously shoving people in there, but it's never enough. Never enough. I think I have room for one more row of buildings. Gosh. You're gonna push it, aren't you? I feel like I have to. Let's cap this off. If there is room for a couple more buildings, I would like to see those. I don't know which buildings I used, so I'm just going to use the clone tool again like I did earlier. And cap this off here. Yes, sewage and water. That is the thing that we really, really need. And then, well, what are they called? They are called the waste containers. We also have to make sure that they're connected to this. This one could get that access to, and this one could get that access to. I am realizing I'm placing them a little closer, but there are special friends that they have invited. It's not my fault, it's their fault. You can go there, you can go here. They should have footpath access to everything that they care about, so I feel pretty good about that. Get those in here. And then if I have to, I just add another couple loop connections to wherever they want to go. We'll see what comes out. Construction Office 5. Would you mind getting started on these? That'd be great. It's just we don't have enough workers. We still have people without their own apartments, so we may as well make them happy and not lose them along the way. How's all this going? Fertility is 80%. I don't know that that is great, and this is also not great. I think we need more cows. They don't grow, or nothing happens with the numbers there, so I think we need more cows than what I have organized there. I don't know how many more, and I don't want to waste money on that right now, so let's just give it a minute and see what happens. Set this to a different number. Just don't like what the ratio was. There's fuel here, 18 tons to be precise, and this one is recognizing that there's fuel, so there's no problem here. I don't need a pump. That's what I wanted to see there. They're driving around doing their thing. We have some fuel here and then probably some fuel there. And these guys are doing road stuff. Great. I think that's it. What are we gonna do next time? Well, this one has to be built, so that one will be part of the game, literally. What is this? Why is there a tiny bit of not gravel road? That is just wrong. You're better than that. Number 5. Actually, everyone can get associated with that because that's annoying. Same over here, just turn that one into gravel road. So take care of that. Number 4, please and thank you. And there's a power line that will connect something there. This, if you don't mind, please build that. At least we have water and coal now. So looks like we still don't have many bricks organized here, but there you go. There was a truck already parked here, so they know what they're supposed to do. Anything else? No. The construction offices that we have are just, honestly, they're not that busy anymore, so we can probably start giving them some more work to do. Just more of the utilities for now, but As you can imagine, there's a lot of stuff still to build. Underground. Wow, we're done with the underground stuff. That was fast. That's exciting. Yep, build all of that. Build all of this. Build the warehouse too while you add it, and build these two. That should definitely keep you busy for a little while. And yeah, I think while they're doing this, we're going to start looking at a different construction zone. Our rail is technically now connected here, which means we have to start getting our next fuel stations organized. And that means we can probably just build something similar to this a little further out. Having 2 expansion projects running will cost us money. But if it's for a steel mill, I think we can justify taking out a loan. I think everyone agrees with that. Bauxite purification. Does that mean we are already ready to... Yeah, I do have a steel mill unlocked. Great. With that, I think I want to get into engineering and get the mechanical... This one. Get the mechanical components unlocked. Because once we produce steel, we may as well turn some mechanical components into money, etc., etc. And... yeah, third city. Third city, probably close to somewhere here. The steel mill we talked about, somewhere has to be over on this side, maybe on this side. Got to look at where the iron and the other stuff is. With that in mind, should we start building up the roads here? I don't see why not. Let's start building up a little bit of road behavior. Yes, we really don't need this side yet, but... we have some gravel, and we have some trucks that are not currently sitting around, so we may as well make the most out of what we can. Cool. Just get some construction going. It won't hurt. We have some gravel sitting here. This one's actually overflowing. No, not yet. not even a little bit. Great. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. I told you what my plan is. You know what's in my head. There is always... It's 2036. No, it's not. No, 2036. You know what I meant. Move a year back. Yes, please. There's always this thing of you've done a lot, and now you have to see what you're supposed to do. And here we are. So stuff is working. Our single train is still sufficient, but we'll see for how much longer. We're using those. We're using those. This looks good. This looks good. This looks good. Chemicals is what it is. But yeah, chemicals has to be the next thing that we're actually building. So this whole complex has to be constructed quickly after the city is operational. The city should be operational relatively soon. Just let these guys do their thing with some priorities for a little while, and we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.